Hi, welcome to my screen. Today I wanted to give you a complete story about this wonderful little digital screen maker. It's a compact little machine that can go away in a drawer when not in use. It's ideal for schools, colleges, universities, print studios, just a handy little machine. It comes with software for PC or Mac. It comes with instruction manual and we get a startup kit with it as well. And I'll just open this up. Of course, this is an ideal little kit that comes with the machine, but the screens are so good you can use them with many other carousels or print tables or squeegees or inks. You can really use your own. So you get a double-sided tape, you get a little squeegee, you get a print base. So this is like a little print tablet. You get 5 screens in the kit and you get a print frame. There are many other items you can get. You can get cardboard frames, you can get additional black frames, and you can get half-size frames as well. So it's a nice little handy kit that you can get. What we've done is we've loaded up the software into the Mac that's here. And we will just flip over to a screen view so that you can see the software operation, because it comes with a wonderful little piece of software. So that's what we'll do now. We'll switch the camera off, we'll go over to our screen view and we'll run through that, and then we'll come back and we'll print something. We'll get set up and we'll print the image that we use over there. It shows here the complete size of the image area, and it's 300mm tall by 210mm wide. And all we do is we click choose image and it goes to all the different images, and we're going to take this little Highland cow, double click on it. This is on an Apple Mac, you can do it on a PC, and in comes our Highland cow. With this slice level, we can see on this image here on the right hand side, this is the actual image. And what the MiScreen is doing is it's looking at the threshold of darkness. So the very dark areas, it says you want to burn away. The very pale lighter areas, it says you may not want to burn them away. So what it's done is it gives us the option to bring up some of these areas and make more of our screen burnt away, so more ink passes through, whereas we can take it down and it makes less of it. So it's adjusting the threshold with which this MiScreen will burn away the master. And I think we would have something just a little bit up, a little bit, and there we should have quite a nice image. What we can do with this is we can reduce the size of the image, or we can increase the size. We can rotate this image, and we can actually double it up if we want 2, 4, and then we can just very quickly do fit to page. So it's a great little piece of software for messing around with your artwork. We'll go back to the one, we'll make it a little bit bigger, and then we shall just do send to screen. And what it does, you can actually see it's sending the image over to the MiScreen, and when it's finished it will run through a little instruction on how to actually do the job. You put your frame in with the master material, you then hold down the lever, the top of the machine, and out it comes with your image on it. So it's a lovely little piece of software that shows you everything that's going on. We shall now go back to the film, and you can see us printing the garment. So we've sent our image from our computer to the MiScreen, and now we've got our frame. The frame has double-sided tape on the inside edge. Oh, I've just lost my master material. And we've got our print palette, and we're going to stretch our master material onto the frame. The master material comes with 2 sides, obviously. shiny on one side and slightly smoother or rougher on the other side, not as shiny. And we do S to S, shiny to sticky. So we just drop this down onto our double-sided tape and just run our finger along it, teasing it out, and then I go to the opposite side and just give it a little bit of tension across the frame, and again just run our finger up and over and just tease the frame out on either side. And then we go to the other end. I always turn it round for some reason, I don't really know why. And we just tease the frame out again to get it reasonably taut on the frame. And there we have it. So we have our arrow, we have our shiny side, we have our rough side, and the next thing we do is we bring in our MiScreen. On the MiScreen there is a little arrow that matches the frame and two locating lugs. I'm not sure if you'll see them very well on there. A small one and a big one. So they locate with the frame perfectly because there's a small and big hole on the frame. So we just drop this down, we take our arrow, it shows us the right way to go, as indeed it has done on our print driver software, and then we just hold down our lid of our MiScreen. It then travels through the machine. It takes 35 seconds to go through the machine, and as it goes through it burns the master and makes your image into the screen, and I can see it's working quite nicely. We have cardboard frames and we have half-size frames, so you can print, if you don't want to do a big image like this, you can do a smaller one as well. Remember, it will do up to A4 in size. So I'm not sure if you'll see this very well on here. I'll move it back over a wee bit. You can see that the Highland cow is now on the is burnt into the screen. So we just move that to the side. I've got a little bit of paper here, and we'll just lay that down onto here. Because the image has gone in the middle, I pretty much figure if I put that in the middle it will work fine. But the advantage with the first time out is you can see where your image is sitting, because you can see through the coated material. Once your ink goes on, of course, you won't be able to see as well. But there, we've got that down, and I've got a little bit of green ink. Everybody knows that Highland cows are green, so we're quite fortunate to have some green ink today. So we slap that down onto there, and we just grab our squeegee, and we then just pull it across our master, lift that up, and there we have our green Highland cow. Hopefully you can see that. So you can see we've gone very quickly with a lovely digital image of our Highland cow on the screen. Our master material we can keep printing with. We can put this onto anything really, garments, papers, you name it. It's just like traditional screen printing because you have your screen. A little bit more detail than you would normally get with a traditional screen, because you don't need to guess the exposure, because it's all done digitally. What you see on the computer is what you get on the screen. If you're finished with this and you don't want to use it anymore, you just take the master material off and put it in the bin. If you want to use it again, you scrape off the excess ink, wash it out under a tap if it's water-based ink, and store your master in between a couple of sheets of card. You can then reapply it onto the frame again, or even just lay it down on a table and away you go. So it's very, very versatile. Some people transfer it into a wee cardboard frame and tape it on so they keep it for a long time, but you can really do whatever. Lots of variety that you can play around with. So I think that's it. You've watched from start to finish, and you've seen how easy it is, and I hope it's been educational for you, and I hope you've enjoyed watching.